There's always something exciting happening over at the box office, and producer Charlie joins me now with the latest in films. Where do we start?
Okay, so this weekend, not too much came out. Fly Me to the Moon I reviewed a few weeks ago.
Yep.
But the other one that came out this weekend was Longlegs, a new R-rated horror thriller.
Sounds horrible.
Not my cup of tea, in all honesty.
Okay.
But so this is the film follows FBI agent Lee Harker as she pursues a serial killer uncovering a series of occult clues that she must solve to end his terrifying killing spree. So this stars Micah Monroe and Nicolas Cage.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. I didn't care for the movie. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not a horror hater.
Sure.
This one.
Oh, horror hater.
This one, honestly, I was kind of falling asleep a couple times during it.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
What do you think they could have maybe done differently without like giving it away?
It felt more like it was, to me, focused on the uncovering of it all, rather than like, you know, horror is usually about killings.
Yeah.
Didn't really focus too much on it, which I mean, maybe some people like that. To me, that just wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah, sure.
So Nick Cage actually produced this, also was a producer on this film.
Oh, okay.
And so I thought this was interesting. It had some special screenings from the 8th to the 13th for its release.
Yeah.
And one of those was at Alamo Drafthouse in Brooklyn, New York.
Oh.
Well, these screenings were called parent-free RSVP screenings that encouraged teens to attend with a provided bloody nun as their legal guardian.
Do what?
So basically, it was a horror screening for the kids to come without the parents, but this bloody nun was the guardian.
Absolutely not.
I'm like, that's really weird, but I mean,
very odd. But
it's, you know, a new market. I feel like people probably haven't really done that before.
Sure.
So.
I mean, whatever.
So this had a budget of under 10 million, which is pretty small. Nick Cage has been doing a lot of small stuff, I feel like, though. But worldwide so far, and I think it's only been in the U.S. and Canada, has made 22.6 million.
Okay, well,
So
that's pretty good then.
It's got a, you know, it's already doubled its budget.
Yeah.
So we'll see where it goes.
I love that for them.
So moving on, since I don't have any other movies, I have a few movie news. But first off, you finally went and saw Inside Out 2, and I wanted to know your thoughts.
Yes, Jory and I went and saw it. I absolutely loved it.
It's so good.
Here's the thing that Jory and I were talking about is like Inside Out, especially the second one, is like, you know, it's deemed as a kid's movie, it's animated, and I do think that it fits that kind of bill, if you will, but I also think it's almost more targeted at us. You know, it's like this very kind of unique way of describing and showcasing the emotion of anxiety and kind of how we deal with that on a daily basis, and it's so well done.
Yeah, like kids are gonna love the movie. I mean, adults are gonna love the movie too, but adults are gonna, you know, relate a little bit more.
Yes.
Having had anxiety more than kids at this point.
Yeah, and it's very interesting. This doesn't give anything away, but it is interesting to see, you know, joy is kind of the lead emotion in the first film. Anxiety kind of takes over as the lead in the second one, and you kind of see how those intertwine, and then you think about it on a human perspective, and it all just kind of clicks. It's very, very good. I would seriously suggest go watching it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm curious if they make Inside Out 3, who will be more of the lead emotion.
I would love to
at
see
that point.
a third one, honestly.
They could go so many places with all those emotions.
Yeah.
But so another thing is, The Lion King is 30 years old this year, guys.
That's crazy.
And currently, for a few more days this week at AMC, they have screenings for its 30th anniversary.
Oh, so you can go
I
see
went
it.
and watched it on Friday. I really enjoyed it. I didn't get to see it on the big screen, so it was out before I was born.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I highly recommend, especially if your kids haven't seen it, Lion King.
Yeah, go take
a
it.
Disney classic.
Allow them to have that experience.
Also, just another little movie news.
Okay.
Shrek 5 has officially been announced.
I didn't even know there was a 3 and 4. I told you this the
What?
other day. I'm like, what in the world, Shrek 5?
So Shrek 5 comes out July 1st of 26.
Okay.
So they have really have announced it early.
Yeah.
But all the original three, Cameron Diaz, Eddie Murphy, and I'm blanking on who voices Shrek. They're all three coming back. Though.
Yeah.
And also tonight, AMC has a Screen Unseen at 7. It's R-rated if you want to have a little mystery movie date night. Come on out to AMC it tonight. So moving on this week for box office rankings. Number 1, Despicable Me 4.
Of course.
So behind that is Longlegs. And actually, Longlegs put out a little poster this weekend, which I thought was funny. It was like, #1 movie, North America, and then in small print, behind Despicable Me 4.
Oh my gosh.
Then Inside Out 2, A Quiet Place, Day 1, and Fly Me to the Moon. All honestly good movies besides Longlegs.
Yeah.
Then coming out this week, we have the new Twisters movie.
Yes.
If you want to watch the original Twisters from '96, it's actually streaming on Max.
Very cool.
I'm not sure if there's actually any correlation between the two or not.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting to see.
I will say the marketing for this new Twisters film has been insane. It's popped up all over my feed on everything, so they're doing a very good job as far as that goes.
I feel like it's going to be a good one. I mean, Glenn Powell's in it, and he's a very big.
Yeah, kind of dominating the cinema scene right now.
And so streaming right now, we have If on Paramount Plus, if you're looking for something for the kids, and then Love Lies Bleeding comes out Friday on Max.
Yeah.
So that's what we got this week.
All right, well, lots of great films. Go over to the theater, see it. Go see Inside Out too. Or just check out something on streaming and Ozarks Live. We'll be right back.